Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you're new here, hi, my name is Wabosha and welcome to the Slay Squad. So this week's video, I have something that is very different. I don't think I've ever done a video like this, and it's a collab with a really amazing person. So that is what I am heading out to film right now. Very excited for it. But before that, I think during last week or the other week's vlog, I unboxed with you guys this phone right here. So in case you missed that vlog, which you might want to go back and watch because it was pretty interesting, this is the new Huawei Y9S. So this is how the phone looks like. I think I've already messed up my front screen, don't beat me. But yeah, it has some really cool features. It has a 48 megapixel triple AI camera, a 16 megapixel front pop-up camera, massive storage. The battery life is also really good. And also in the previous vlog, I did say that it's the first phone to have a side-mounted fingerprint scanner. Apparently I was wrong, so forgive me for that. So I've been using the phone for about 2 weeks right now, and I don't think I have any complaints about it yet. If anything does come up, I'll be sure to let you guys know. But yeah, alongside this, I've also been using this right here. This is the Band 4E series from Huawei, and it's also pretty cool. I mean, it does the basics like let you know the number of steps, and also if you've been sitting down for too long, and if this one is on silent and it rings and this vibrates. This is like the first smartwatch I've used, so I didn't really have like big expectations, if I'm being honest. But it comes, this is how it looks like on the front. This goes for about 3,000. That should be the retail price. So it comes out like that, and then it has this attachment where you put it, then you can charge it. Can you see? Like that. But the coolest thing about this watch is this other attachment that it comes with right here. So you pop the watch in like that, and you close it and you attach it to the back of your shoe. Then it's able to take a bunch of like readings. So I think the target audience for this is basketball players. So if you play basketball, you might want to look into the watch, do a bit more research, because apparently it analyzes like your game. It tells you how high you were able to jump and basically how you performed during basketball matches. So you take this back part and hook it to like your shoe like that at the front while you're playing the game, and then yeah, you see like the running guy just appeared. Immediately it got attached. So yeah, I think this is something that if you play basketball, you might be interested in looking into. So with that being said, in partnership with Huawei, I want to give 2 lucky people hampers. I'm already doing this on my Instagram, so in case you just want to like spread your odds and enter all the giveaways, you can feel free to do so. I will leave my Instagram down below in the description bar. So what I've been doing on Instagram is I've been asking a series of questions, and then if you answer the question, you win a hamper. It's as simple as that. And for my YouTube fam, I have 2 hampers to give away. So in case you don't know, Huawei always has very interesting ways of naming their phones. So this phone right here, I know it does look like a gradiating like sort of blue color, but the question that I have is, what like interesting color does Huawei call this phone? So the phone comes in 2 colors. There's this color and there's a midnight black. So the color I'm looking for is not midnight black, it is this color right here. And also the watch though, the color is not as interesting as the phone right here, if I will admit. But this also, just let me know which color this is. The watch also comes in 2 colors. So there's this color and there's a gray color. So yeah, let me know both colors. As usual, winners will be picked randomly. Don't forget to leave your email address because that's the easiest way for me to pick the giveaway winners. Also, sometimes people will come back and they're like, hey, you didn't announce the winners. If you want to know if you won, like, I'll announce this in 2 weeks. So come back to the description bar of this video and just check at the top and I will list the giveaway winners. So that is it for this part. Let me fix myself up a bit. I can't really do makeup because if you can tell, my eyebrows are now starting to heal, so they are at that weird nasty looking stage and I'm not even supposed to touch them. So I'm just going to put on earrings, some lipstick and a jacket, and I will catch you guys when I'm with Adele. Today
I've invaded.
Introduce yourself.
All right. So my name's Adele Onyango. I'm a Kenyan woman. I've been on traditional radio for 10 years, and I'm podcasting, and I'm also the founder of the Adele Onyango initiative, and that's why I'm here today.
Okay, so Adele is going to explain to us what we're going to be discussing today because she's the guest.
Okay, so I have a project that I'm currently fundraising for, and we're fundraising for it right now because it's the 16 days of activism. Hi, my name is Adele Onyango and I am a rape survivor. When I think back to my journey, I'm really grateful that my late mom encouraged me to go for therapy because I now know firsthand how important therapy is when healing from trauma. However, therapy is very expensive, which is why the Adele Onyango initiative has teamed up with Carolina Fokibera on a project dubbed Safe 24/7. It is a free group therapy program survivors of rape will go through once a week for 10 weeks, and it's facilitated by trained professionals. They will also receive a toolkit that they can use even after the program that has coping mechanisms for them to use. To make this a reality, we are fundraising. We need 4,000 people to donate 350 Kenya shillings each to make sure that 30 survivors of rape go through the 10-week program, and also to help us set up and run a support group for an additional 50 survivors of rape. Now, to donate, you can go to our Mchanga page or via the paybill number 891-300.
So for today, we're basically just going to be talking about instances where, as a woman, you sort of felt unsafe. And I mean, in our country, it's kind of a lot.
It's a lot
of situations. So yeah, let's get straight into that video. Okay, so we're just going to do it as a chilled out conversation, not serious, even though it's serious type of thing. Yeah, so we're just going to basically talk about the situations, and I think the first thing that comes into mind was when you were telling me about the lady who checks on her phone the reflection when she enters the lift.
Yeah,
that's like,
and you know, like lifts, and when, so basically so we're doing this thing where there's like a third friend who wasn't there and they're just like, Aki, wishing
what happened?
I want to be in. No, okay, so I had a conversation with a woman while we were doing this Safe 24/7 campaign, and the conversation was just on her safety, and as a Kenyan woman, does she feel safe? And she said she's never experienced sexual violence, but subconsciously she uses her phone, like when she gets into a lift, she uses her phone as a like as a mirror.
Yeah.
If there's a guy in the lift with her and it's just the two of them, she'll use it to see, okay, what is he doing? Okay, cool. Which I told her, you know, that just is a testament to how unsafe we feel, because for you, you've not experienced it, but you subconsciously do. You don't have to even think about it. You automatically do that.
Checking.
And when she said it, I was like, I had not thought about that in terms of lifts where, you know, you get in on 5th floor, this guy comes in with you and you're going to 12th floor.
I get terrified.
Yeah.
Like if I'm alone and then one guy, I'll be like, okay, it's a bit shaky. Then 3 of them walk in.
God.
I'm just like, I always stand like at the farthest corner and always look for a camera. I'm like, at least if anything happens, is anyone watching? Will anyone hear? And it gets me. And you know, I mean, I've thought about it before, because I'm usually like, I actually feel more safer. You know, the lifts that have like the windows.
Yes.
So people can see.
Yes.
Then those lifts, I'm like, cool, I want to get into those ones. But if it's enclosed, closed. I'm like, oh God.
What can happen inside here? And then there's no network.
Exactly. So you can't even call.
Yeah.
So I always check, like, is there a camera? If I see a camera, I'm like, okay, at least someone will see. And another weird thought that comes to mind is who is watching the camera? Will it be like another guy who for him he'll be like, oh no, they're just playing or something. I'm like, I feel safer if there's a lady behind that camera.
And it's so sad. Like, we do all of these things, which is your day-to-day life. Like, getting into a lift shouldn't have all of these thoughts. So, okay, I have my phone, which I'm going to use with a camera. Like, it's so uncomfortable to live like that. But another thing that I do, without a doubt, is so when I take any cab, using those cab apps, I always share my trip with my husband. Always. I've set it such that it's almost automatic. It gives me a reminder. So I share my cab ride or share my ride so he can track where I am. And also on WhatsApp, you can share your live location. I always,
so someone knows.
Yeah, I always share it for 8 hours.
Said it, yeah. So my mom will be like, oh, you're going out. Send me your live location.
I'm so sorry, guys. Just tell her, no, it only works like with some phones.
She's watching.
Oh no, okay.
But yeah, I didn't know about the Uber one.
Yeah.
That you can set it to like remind you or to like always send it to someone.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting one. That one, mom, I don't mind sharing because I'm not trying to die and no one knows where I am. So
it's so like, so even when when I come back home, especially if let's say I've gone out with friends or whatever, and I come back home. And I've shared my ride from whether it was dinner or it was clubbing. I've shared my trip with my husband. He comes downstairs to the gate.
Oh, when you get
when I get there, because one of my fears is I know I'm not able to handle aggression from a male cab driver. So if he gets angry that I don't have change or whatever, I'm not able to handle that aggression. So it doesn't matter what state I'm in. I've already thought about all of these things. So he has to calm down and pick me from the gate. Yet for him, I don't even know.
He just gets into the house.
Apps he uses and stuff, and that's just like, it's so sad that safety has become a privilege that women don't have. Yeah.
And actually about the going home thing, you've just reminded me. So before I used to drive, so like when I used to come home, I never even used to have to be that late. Like it just had to be getting dark, a bit darker, and it's a distance from like where our stage is to the house.
Yeah.
Do you know, I used to just like, once my foot is down, I'd run all the way.
Oh my God.
To the gate, because I'd be so terrified.
Yeah.
And the thing is, most of the time I'd even just be alone.
Yeah.
And one day as I was running, I actually even stopped to laugh. Because I was like, if anyone is watching me from their window, they think I'm completely insane. Like I just dropped out of the matatu and ran all the way home. And my God.
And it's things that you have, and and it's also very important to remember that even when we think about getting attacked as women and stuff like that, for me it's never thought of what I have. So in terms of like,
money.
Oh, they're going to take my money or my phone or whatever, the first thought I have is I could potentially be raped. That's always my first thought. I never even think if I've bad cash, maybe I was going to bank or whatever. Like your first thought is like, oh my God, I could get raped. So when you're running, even for your safety, it's not to keep your valuables safe, it's to keep yourself safe. And even in terms of like running and stuff like that, there's street harassment that we've normalized, right?
Yeah.
So people men will catcall you and whatever. Yeah, exactly. And that is harassment first and foremost. Maybe it's linked to as a culture or a society, women they're not seen as individuals. And so even when men catcall you or whatever, they think you must like it because you're conditioned to always connect your worth to the nearest man or how many men want you and whatever. But when you're doing that to a woman, she's scared because it could become an aggressive situation if I say no.
Dare you not say hi back?
Exactly. And so it is street harassment, but we have normalized it to be like, oh, it's catcalling, or it's just how these, men in construction sites are. And no, it
shouldn't be like that.
It's actually harassment. And so I've sat with campus students who say they wear their earphones. Even if nothing is playing,
you just wear it.
Wear it so that if you don't jibu what this guy is saying, whatever, he doesn't get aggressive because you're like, I can't hear you. But why must we have to do that?
I think it's just one of those things that as a woman, because the other day my mom has come up so many times in this video. She was telling me, like, she was like, when you go out, Pienda disco, your drink, once your drink is opened, finish it, and if you go to the toilet and you come back, don't drink it again.
Exactly.
And I was like, I've actually never had her having this same conversation with my brother, and he's always going out. As in, he actually, every time before I go out, he's like, listen, if you go to the dance floor and you come back, buy another drink. Don't drink the same thing.
And even like in terms of going out, even just your outfits and what you wear. So I always say that what I as a woman will wear, where I'll go, what time I'll go there, who I'll go with, how I get there. My safety is always there. Like, okay, we are going to CBD today. I can only wear now this part of my closet is the only side I can go to, you know what I mean? Or if I'm going somewhere at 8 p.m, okay, I need to call my girls because it's not a place that I'm going alone and stuff like that. And we have to change our lives to accommodate bad behavior, right down to what we wear. Something that
men don't think about.
Like, why should I have to be like, now there I can't wear ABCD? Because I could, you say with my dress, my choice, I could get harassed, I could get assaulted, I could get stripped. Surely. It's just unfair. I think it's just unfair, and I think any decent human being would want to change that.
And I think also the other thing that we were talking about before that's important is how women, especially young girls, really don't know what rape is exactly. Like, they think of it and they're like, no, but he's my boyfriend. And you're like, no. You've been raped.
Exactly. Which is just... rape happens when there's no consent.
No consent,
right? And so there's nothing like implied consent. There's nothing like drunk consent.
There's nothing like you didn't say no. So
exactly.
It's an assumed yes.
Consent is... I always get so confused when people find it hard to understand because it's either there or it's not. So even in terms... And it's not based on who is being consented to or not. So it could be you're in a marriage, consent still plays a role there. So we do have marital rape. Why? Because there was no consent at a point, right? We do have date rape. We do have situations where the person raping you is somebody that you know, or somebody that you love, or somebody that was dear to you, or somebody that you respected. There's this whole concept that... Oh,
my bad.
Is it your mom?
Is it? No.
But so there's this whole concept that rape has to happen in an alleyway, and it's a stranger, and somebody you don't know, and it's a thug, and rape happens when there's no consent, and it can be in any setting, and you have to know that you saying no is valid, right? I think socially, saying no as a woman or even voicing your discomfort is not appreciated, but you are a human being worthy of respect. And so when you say no, people should actually listen and be like, no means no.
Okay guys, so I think that's it for the discussion. I will leave the Mchanga account down below in the description box, that if you'd like to help, you could. I highly encourage you guys to help. Also, you could comment down below and leave a situation you've been in where you've not quite felt safe, you know, so that we can all go through the comments and relate and be like, oh my god, I do that too. I guess that is it for this week's video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and if you're new to this channel, please subscribe down below for new videos every Mondays and Thursdays. Please remember to work hard and have good intentions. Until next time.
Oh, that's so nice. Oh, it's because your mom is well. You don't even like let's. No, but it's nice. It's nice.